everybody. Welcome to Soapboxing. I'm Tommy from Queers and Soaps, and I'm joined by Aaron.
Hello, everyone.
And today, our very special guest is Ashley. And Ashley, we're going to talk about what you're loving or hating on primetime or daytime soaps, or anything soap related you want to talk about. So
this is your time
to shine.
Just rant. Just tell us how you feel.
What's on your mind?
Okay. So I watch all 4 soaps, and I've also watched All My Children, One Life to Live, Guiding Light, As the World Turns, Port Charles, and Passion. So I've kind of like watched everything. But I have to say, probably like one of the things that annoys me the most is when a soap opera will like start telling a story and then all of a sudden they'll just drop it and not really continue it or anything, and then we're all just kind of left hanging.
Yes.
So
Passions is known for doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I would say like the one soap on air right now that the one thing that I can think of is General Hospital. Like back in 2017 when they the writers brought Olivia Jerome back, and she kind of like teased that Griffin was Duke and Anna's son, and then it was just kind of dropped, and then when she left, the writers never really addressed it at all.
Really?
So yeah.
See, I don't watch General Hospital, so I don't know much about their storylines or characters. I know just a little.
I'm still mad about there was one scene in 2002 between Celeste and a retconned nanny for Belle and Brady, and they alluded to them having a past because she called Celeste Frankie, and then they never spoke of it again.
I'm
still mad, and it's like almost 20 years later.
And I hear about it all the time.
So wow, have you always watched all 4 of the current soaps plus whatever else was on, like All My Children and Port Charles?
Yeah, like growing up, my both my grandmas watched soaps, and my mom watched soaps until she went back to work. So I kind of grew up with them. Like when I was a kid, I knew what they were, and I knew some of the characters just from being with my one grandma so much. But then I really got hooked when I was 11. I went to go spend a couple weeks with my grandparents during the summer, and my grandma watched Young and the Restless, and I'm blind, and when she was watching Y&R at that time, the character of Hope was on, who was married to Victor, and Hope was blind. And my grandma told me, she's like, well, every time I see Hope, it makes me think of you. So I was instantly intrigued because I had never really seen another blind character on TV before, besides like Mary Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. So I was instantly intrigued. So I sat down with her that day to watch an episode, and it was an episode that Hope was on, and I was just that was how I got hooked, was because of the character, Hope. And I thought it was so cool and interesting that her portrayal was so true to how it is in real life, as far as if you have someone who is blind, even though the actress who played her was not blind, she was fully sighted, but she did an excellent job portraying someone as being blind. So I thought the representation was very accurate. So that's kind of what got me drawn in, and then I just kind of picked up other soaps along the way. So
Hope is Adam Newman's mother, right?
Yes, Hope is. Okay. Yep.
Okay. I watched Y&R a little bit, so I picked up things here and there.
I have a hard time committing to multiple soaps because I like to watch so many. So Days is like my soap I always commit to, and then I just pop in here and there for the other ones.
With everything else. Yeah. Well, since I have DVR, I like DVR all of them and then watch when I get home from like work and stuff. But when I was in high school, I would like back when we had the VCRs, and I would videotape them. And I had a VCR in my room, and then my parents had one down the basement. So I would like monopolize both VCRs and record like CBS soaps on one VCR and ABC soaps on the other. And then I would like alternate like Days of Our Lives and Passions on on whichever VCR to kind of try to watch as many as I could.
You needed a system like that because a lot of them came on at the same times, and like
yes,
you really did have to pick
yes.
the shows you wanted. There was like 12 shows on at one time.
Correct. Yes. And then I loved it like when SoapNet came about and I started college, it was like SoapNet was perfect because then I could watch all my ABC soaps at night when I, after classes and stuff. So SoapNet was wonderful.
Yeah, I wasn't an ABC soap watcher, but SoapNet, like I would put it on if there was nothing else on TV. So I kind of dipped in and out of all the ABC shows.
I remember how excited like me and my mom and grandmother were when SoapNet got Days. We were like, yes, hallelujah. Like it's a miracle.
Yes. Yeah.
So out of the 4 that are on right now, which one is your favorite?
I would probably say, well, I guess it kind of depends on, for me, it kind of depends on the day and the story as far as what's going on. But I would say right now, Days of Our Lives and Y&R are my favorites. Like I'm like dying to know what happens with Sierra and Theo's wedding. It's driving me nuts. We have to wait the 2 full weeks to find out. So
how are you feeling?
And I'm like,
how are you feeling about the Beyond Salem spinoff?
I was just about to ask that.
I was just getting ready to say something about that. I'm really excited about it. I'm super stoked that we get Carrie and Austin back on our screens because I loved Carrie and Austin. Like when I started watching Days in '95, they are what got me hooked on that show, and I love Carrie and Austin so much. So I'm really excited we get to see them, and I'm super excited that we get Sonny back in the form of Zach Tinker because I watched him when he was on Y&R and he was really great on that show. So I'm excited to see him. So, and then we get Eileen Davidson back too, and I love her. So
my God, I'm really so excited about Eileen. I love Stacey. Like, don't get me wrong, I really do love Stacey. Loves her.
I know, but I do. I know, but I feel like when I think of Kristen, I think of Eileen Davidson.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
What was I going to ask? Oh, so Aaron and I are going to dip into current Bold and the Beautiful soon because we're really excited about Sheila Carter because we both never saw Sheila Carter.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
It's really funny. Like I know about Sheila just from news sites and all that.
Right.
But I've never seen her. So I'm really it's funny to be it's funny that I'm this excited for a character that I really know nothing about.
I'm just excited.
Oh my gosh,
is it confirmed that she's Finn's mother?
Yes.
That's what I think so. I mean, that's from reading things like on Twitter and Facebook, it sounds like she's supposed to be his biological mother.
Oh my God, that's so
exciting. What I'm thinking. That's what I'm taking it to be, and it'll be interesting to see, like, okay, like when did she have this kid? Because I feel like she already had a kid with James Warwick, who Ian Buchanan played him, and that was like a while ago, and yeah, so it'll be interesting to see like when she comes back how they fit like her into how she's going to be like Finn's bio mom.
Didn't she have 2 kids that were on Y&R like 10 years ago?
Yeah, she had like it was, what were their names? Daisy and Ryder. Yeah.
And he was wasn't he like Kevin's half brother or something like that?
Yes. Yeah, he was like I can't remember all of that, but yeah, he was kind of like related to Kevin somehow, and then Sheila had come on and she was like terrorizing Lauren because she had that huge like feud with Lauren like years ago, and then they kind of brought her back on to.
Wasn't it like Sheila in a Phyllis mask though? Because they couldn't get
yeah,
that.
that was before Days did the whole thing with Kristen in the mask. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she did
I
that.
didn't watch it.
She
it's
did
just
that.
from things I've heard on other podcasts and like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So actually, speaking about Greg Ricart, are you excited that he'll be on Beyond Salem?
Yes. Yeah, I loved him as Leo. Yeah,
it's really funny.
I'm really happy that he's gonna be back on Days. 'Cause I liked his character on Y&R too, but I feel like it got to the point where they weren't really using his character for a lot of things, and I just feel like he was kind of there. So I hope they give him like real meaty material, because I feel like he can be like really comedic and just he's fun to watch. So
yeah, I feel like he gets to just let loose when he plays Leo.
Yes, yeah. So I hope we get scenes with him and Sunny and Will. It'll be interesting. And Billy, like I'm really excited that Lisa Rinna is coming back with Billy.
It's going to be interesting to see her have a storyline without Bo. Because all of her storylines have always revolved around Bo.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how she fits into things. I'm trying to remember how she even left the show. I don't remember how she even left.
She made a guest ago.
It was very short, and then she
it was like a week.
I think she left to go on a ISA mission or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But maybe this could be the launching pad to have her come back to the real show and not have a storyline revolving around Bo.
I know. I know. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Ashley. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you.
If you ever want to come on again, you're totally welcome.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Yep. Thanks. You too. Thanks.